Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group. And there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their playing partner.
Well, it looks like this player is aiming to beat Lexi Thompson, which very few people can boast. This should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Luke, Lexi's young but has been on tour for about 30-40 years, it seems. She's been playing forever. She doesn't lack in experience. She can do it all. Not to mention, you'll be looking at her back for most of the day because she'll outdrive you.
Yes, Lexi loves the long ball, and so do we. Good luck in this rivalry, because when Lexi gets on top, it's very hard to beat her. All this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it? Well, it looks like they tried to be bold there, Rich, but it didn't quite work out for them.
Come out of the rough, your distance control gets off.
Oh, what a wonderful bunker shot. Lining up the birdie putt here. Well, Rich, that's ideal. A birdie to start the day.
And that should calm whatever nerves this player has. Nice opening hole.
We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway. But what are we looking at with their approach shot, Rich? Because really that's all the challenge here on this par 4 second.
Luke, the second shot is straight back up the hill. Better take an extra club if you want to get it close.
Getting ready to play their third. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Let's see if we can make this. Keep the par on the card.
Surely it's going to.
That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
In a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
That one's looking good. Oh, that's a great approach shot. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones. Right on 8 feet. Oh, nice line. Wonderful shot. Currently a couple under for the round. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies move in the right direction there, Luke.
Our leader is enjoying a three-stroke advantage. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the fifth here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Go in. Nice putt to make that one. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Oh, we'll take that and a spot in the top 10 to boot. Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. The sixth hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Taking things up a notch in this Lexi-Thompson rivalry, that shot will add some fuel to the fire.
Well, this would be a good putt to make. You'd move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And that will take him to 5 under. He currently shares 4th position. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
And this putt coming up for his par. And in she goes. That's a good save.
Yeah, in the bunker off the tee. Great recovery.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can two-putt that for sure. And he's down there. You got a read?
Yeah, 15 feet out. He's been staring this one down.
Well done. Take the birdie. And that will take him to 6 under. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. this shot from the sand. That's brilliant out of the sand. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
This will be a good bogey.
Well, Rich, this player is 9 holes into this event. How would you rate their performance in this rivalry that they've struck up with their playing partner?
Well, they are doing better than their rivals, so that's good news, but there still is lots of golf to play. Should provide us for an entertaining week, that's for sure.
And from the greenside rough here. Went in. Lovely moment here. Good opportunity to move into a tie for third. He's currently tied for third.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
Well, this is exciting. A putt for an eagle.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
A bit more on that one. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
That's tracking. But what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
It's on a great line. Beautiful shot. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. He's currently in a share of top spot.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Leading by a shot after that hole. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car.
Who's watching?
To play it.
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Attaboy, good shot. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Looking really good. Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now. Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
What an amazing putt from way out.
and maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4, although if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
If he makes this, he'll save his par. This is a good chance. And nicely holed. He sits in first position. The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Putting for birdie here.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Currently 10 under for the event. The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
This one's bunker bound. And here we are with the third shot. He leads the field by a stroke.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. That's well holed. Currently at 10 under par overall. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome-looking second.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this hole location. What a drive that was. F1, watch out.
Not a bad play, that one. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
And another round safely in the books. Okay, Rich, just a round to play now. An exciting finish we've got coming up.
Same to you, Luke. See you tomorrow.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports.
What the hell am I doing now?
Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Here we are at the Genesis Invitational, one of the top events each year on the schedule. Today's coverage is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. Luke Elvey and Rich Beam here, bringing you all the action of the final round. And Rich, I love these days. Championships are decided. Has this player got it in them to pull out the win?
Look, this player starts off the final round a couple behind the lead, and let's face it, they need to have some inspiring golf out there today. They need to make birdies early and often if they want to chase down that leader. It sets up for a very exciting final round.
Well, that's enough from me. It's time to pull the trigger. Let's get down to the course. This one's for birdie. And with that hole behind them, they're sitting in second place, just behind the leader, Brooke Henderson. And after a birdie at the last, they take the honor on the hole.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot, and the second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll hit hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Getting ready to play their third. Ooh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
And Brooke Henderson currently in the lead here. We've arrived at the par 4.
A už někdo čem gum?